Hello and welcome to another episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm Project Aurora. You guys can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Project Aurora, as well as joining the community Discord. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to drop a like or a comment, subscribe, all that helps. All of the above, whatever, whatever works for you. Anyways, you'll recall in the previous episode that we liberated Bereahard, Eustace Albereus set Celtic on fire, which was entirely unforgivable, and the Noble Alliance more or less forsake him. He, acted out of line just, too many times, I guess, and it was just bad, and it hurt the Noble Alliance, as a part of it. Anyways, we had successfully liberated all of, Bereahard there, and now it's under the jurisdiction of the 4th Armored Division. And now we've got some time for some bonding events. So I think the first person we're gonna go bond with is probably Emma here. What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that that's still the case. This peace could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Eustace. Still, there's not much we can do now except rest and recover, and we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. I will spend time with Emma. Hey, would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your ID or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please, make yourself comfortable. It's nice and quiet here, not too cold either. Don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. I feel so heavy. Must be more tired than I thought. Reen? Looks like he fell asleep. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Auroch's fort. In that case... Huh? I must have fallen asleep. Oh. Something nice and comfy, no less. Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma. Whoa. Emma, why was I on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life? Don't change the subject. Well, let me apologize. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. I couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of this as another form of support. That's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Bereahard's regained peace. In fact, I believe we've managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all this only thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think that much of us, Reen? Well, yeah, we've still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. So sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. We need your support now more than ever. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. Your bond with Emma strengthened. Level 6. Almighty Blow and Curia 2. Alright. Who else should we spend time with? Let's see here. Go hang out with Fee. Fee? What's going on? Why are you sitting here wearing only one sock? The sole of one of my boots came off while I was walking, and now my foot kinda hurts. I'm taking a break. Well, after all those boots have been through, I can't really blame them for giving up the ghost like that. Is your foot gonna be okay? Once I've rested a bit, sure. I'll get the boot fixed up after that. You can just keep walking. Wait, How does she think she's gonna get to the tailor without footwear? Is she just gonna roll down this hill? Spend time with Fee. Okay, foot's feeling better now. Off we go. Hold up, Fee. You're not actually planning on walking there with your foot like that, are you? Might as well. I'm used to this kind of stuff anyway. Well, maybe so, but you still shouldn't be walking around on it like that. What if you step on something sharp on the way? What do you want me to do then? Guess I'll be the gallant knight here. Here we go. What's up? Did it start hurting again? I'm fine. Just kinda amazed, really. Don't think anyone else would have offered a piggyback ride in that situation. Huh? Don't worry about it. Into the store we go, my steed. Sorry, but the Pony Express stops here. Upon reaching the tailor, Reen asked them to fix up Fee's shoe for her. They were told it would be a quick process, so they had to look around the store in the meantime. Oh hey, they've got Stragos here. You're pretty fond of this brand, aren't you? Sure am. Seems like they've only got formal wear here though. Would have been up for buying some new sneakers if they had any. I don't see you prancing around in formal wear anyway, to be honest. How long have you been a fan? Since you were in Zephyr? Yep, the boss bought me a pair for helping out with something. That was the second present he gave me, in fact. Oh? What was the first then? The name Clausel. That's a present I'll never let go of either. There's no one else in the world who can give me that after all. I know how you feel. Dad welcoming me as a proper member of the Schwarzer family meant the world to me. So yeah, let's keep our appreciation for that close to our hearts. Speaking of things from the past, I was actually reminded of the boss when you were giving me that piggyback ride. Huh? He did the same for me not long after bringing me into Zephyr. Stuff like that's what made him feel like he actually was my real dad. Hey, there's something else I realized too. You remind me of the boss, but you're not actually him in the end. Just like Class 7 isn't the same family that Zephyr was, even though both of you are important to me. I'm not the same person I was back then either. I don't want to sit around and be protected all the time anymore. Yeah, that's right. We're all in this together, Fee. Supporting each other is the obvious way to go. Yep, and I'm going to use what I learned from my old family to do just that. Thanks, Reen. Not at all. It took a little more time before their order was ready, so the two wandered the store for a while longer. Once it was, they saw that Fee's shoes were as good as new. Level 5. Rush 2. Hey. Alrighty. We've got 4 bonding points left. I'm glad Duke Alberea's arrest went as smoothly as it did. I hope Otto can find some peace now. I'm sure he will. Arresting the Duke was never going to give the people of Keldit back what they'd lost, but it's the most we could do for them. And we've got you and Valimar to thank for that. Without the two of you, the Duke might still be in power right now. Something wrong? No, I'm fine. Don't mind me. She's definitely got something on her mind. Yeah, we'll spend time with Elisa. Lisa, if you've got something on your mind, there's no need to keep things bottled up. I'm always here if you need someone to talk to. Typical Reen. Well, maybe not that typical. You're not usually this sharp. But you're right. And now that you bring it up, let me ask you a favor.
I do not understand the question. I request clarification. You and not my awakener wish to board me?
That's exactly what I want to do. Would that be possible? I don't want to use you to fight or anything like Reen does. I just want to see what it's like inside. Just for a little while, if that's okay.
Is that not possible or something? You said they were secondary contractors, so I was thinking it wouldn't be a problem, but maybe I had the wrong idea.
You do not. It is entirely possible for secondary contractors to board me.
Really?
However, only my Awakener is able to operate me as intended. There is no comprehensible reason for anyone else to desire access to my interior.
Huh, it's okay. I don't need to operate you, honest.
Thanks, Valimar. Can you let her inside then?
As you wish.
Oh, what? What?
Valimar, did you really have to pick this position?
While I have more than sufficient room for a human and a familiar to ride in comfort, an extra human does put an unforeseen demand on available space. I'm afraid there was not much I could do under the circumstances.
Oh, you are so lying.
It's fine. I guess I can make do for a little while. It's kind of weird sitting like this with you, but I guess I am the one who asked for it. I'll live.
Well, if you're all right with it, I'm sure not going to complain, but...
So this is what Valimar looks like on the inside, huh? It's kind of gloomy, isn't it?
Well, there's not much point in having the front screen on when I'm not actually fighting. I have it up often enough these days, but honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. I can see outside fine when I need to.
Oh, right. It's weird to sit here and think of all the battles you've fought with Valimar. When you fought those Alliance Soldats and against Scarlet and Vulcan, you were right where you're sitting now. Even when you fought with Crow.
The fights are always different, but the scenery in here doesn't change much. I'm usually so caught up in the fight that I don't really pay much attention to what it looks like inside here. Celine and Valimar have helped me a lot though, so I'm getting better at this whole thing, bit by bit.
It's just not fair. We're your classmates and your friends. We're supposed to be fighting alongside each other all the way. But you and Valimar always take on the hardest battles. All we can really do is back you up from the sidelines. And to be honest, it's been on my mind for a while now. It bugs me to feel like we're just not doing enough.
Oh. So that's why you wanted to see what Valimar looked like on the inside?
Yeah. I thought if I could, I'd have a better understanding of what you go through and what it must be like. Looking around, it feels even more isolated than I expected. Lonely, even. Seeing all the things you do from the outside, then seeing what it looks like on the inside, I have to wonder, are you okay with the way things are? Are you okay with putting yourself on the line over and over like this? Shouldering such a huge burden all alone, and even the burden of those lives you weren't able to save?
Lisa, I've never once felt like I was fighting those battles alone. You said it yourself, right? I've got all of you backing me up, either on the ground or on the Courageous. Sure, you're not inside Valimar with me, but I know you all have my back. That's why I can keep fighting day after day. In that sense, it's not so different from our days at Thor's.
Well...
You don't have to worry about me, Elisa. As long as I know you're all there and that I can look forward to seeing you again after each operation, I'll fight my hardest and I'll come home the victor. All I ask is that you keep me in your heart and lend me your aid.
See, I was really finally able to be like, I moved past it, right? I was like, oh, I can pick Emma and not feel guilty, but here they go again.
Always, Rean. Just don't go doing anything too reckless in here, okay? You're really important to all of us, but especially to me, so...
Elisa...
Alright, fine, I won't pick Emma. I won't pick. Alright, fine, game. You got it.
What is it, Valimar?
I have detected an abnormal increase in your heart rates. Maintaining optimal health is ideal. I recommend rest and a medical examination.
Okay, they got it.
No, it's okay. We're fine. We're doing great.
Yeah, never felt better. Thanks for worrying about us, Valimar.
Yeah, no, I can't go the Emma ending. We will see the Emma ending. We will see the Emma bonding event. I'll make a save for it, but I won't. After taking a moment to unfluster themselves, Reen and Elisa disembarked from Valimar, and all while feeling slightly embarrassed and more than a little awkward, they made their way back to Bereahard. Rush 2. Yep, I can't. The game is telling me no. the game is like, no, you can't. I made a split save, but I'll just make another one right there for having. There we go. No, I can't. Like, it doesn't. Like, there's clearly a canon choice here. I haven't even seen a bonding event besides the Hot Springs one be voice acted. There's clearly a correct choice here. So I can't do it. What's she doing? I wonder why Laura's going out to the canyon alone. I know she can handle herself just fine, but still. I've got some time on my hands. Let's go check on her. Laura? Oh, she's going swimming. Huh. Laura? Hey, are you alright? Why would you jump in there when it's this cold out? Oh, I see you've come along too, Reen. There's no need for concern. It's cold, but refreshing. She seems like she's okay. I know she's used to winter swimming, but we're at the coldest part of the year right now. Does she want to clear her mind or something? That raises the question of what could be troubling her. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, Reen made sure he had a towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit too much to try my hand at swimming during this time of year. It really was. Is something up? I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this out of the blue isn't like you. See? Sorry, but you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. Having dried off her hair, Reen left Laura to finish drying off. Having dried off her hair, Reen left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back into town to grab her something warm to drink. Thank you for your consideration, Reen. I've warmed up plenty now. See? It was worth me fussing over you. Want to head back to the Courageous? You could catch a cold if you stay out here. No need, I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologize for worrying you, however. Well, I wasn't too worried. It's you we're talking about. So, did you bring that swimsuit from Thor's or something? Yes, actually. I found it in my luggage after leaving. I used it often during the time Emma and I spent in Legram, too. It sounds funny when I say it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. As a noble, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. It is true that what Duke Abaria did to Celtic is beyond unforgivable. However, one could also argue that he never would have employed such tactics if war had never broken out. It's clear that his position in both the four great houses and the noble alliance is what drove his actions. You may have a point. There's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. What's funnier than what you said is that I'm technically a noble too, but I never even thought of things like that before. We still have a long way to go. Not just in swordsmanship either. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that if we're able to make it through this, we will be so much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and a noble. Naturally, that involves trusting in others. rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Reen. Laura. I didn't mean anything special by that, mind you. It's just that since you always that you also happen to be a swordsman, we should strive to motivate each other. I'm curious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe, we'll be able to reach the strength of the Lance Maiden herself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. We must be near, this must be near in-game bonding event stuff here because, alright, the two talked for a while longer before deciding to walk back into town. Bond with Laura strengthened. If I look at my links right now, the highest link that I have is with Emma, which makes sense because I've been prioritizing bonding with Emma. But, yeah, no, that's, damn. I haven't hung out with Machias once. Alright, Machias, come here. Let's hang out, dude. Let's be buddies, be bros. Eustace's recent actions have me thinking, if my father stepped from the path of righteousness, would I be able to do the same thing Eustace did? Would you? I don't even want to think about it. It couldn't have been easy for him, of course. It'd take a lot of strength to stand up to your father like that. But I'm sure having our support is helping him make it through. He might not say it, but I think he appreciates us being here. You might be right. Aside from our support helping him, he's so full of himself that he's bound to recover once his ego reinflates itself. And on that note, I have shopping to do. Wouldn't want to show too much compassion, would we, Machias? What could he be here to buy, though? What are you here to buy anyway? Flowers or for some special occasion? That's one way to put it. Actually, while you're here, mind helping me choose? I think it'd make him happier if you did. Together, Reen and Machias made their choice and walked to the North Kreutzen Highway. Ah, it must be for Otto. This is Sar Bridge, right? Is there a reason he brought that bouquet, Machias? It's my way of paying my respects. This lake flows towards Keldic. I guess here will do. For the market manager, isn't it? Well, yes, I owe him a lot after all. It's because of him that we were able to avoid being noticed by the provincial army during our time in Keldic. I don't think Class 7 ever would have been reunited if it weren't for his help. It's frustrating, knowing that we'll never be able to pay him back. This is the least I can do for him. Machias. It was the anniversary of my cousin's death the other day too, but I wasn't able to visit her grave. I couldn't with how things are at the moment, but it's the least I can do for her too. Oh, was it? What exactly are you planning to do with the bouquet? Guy has taught me about a Nord way of paying respects to the dead that I wanted to try. They say that by sending a bouquet down the river, your feelings will reach those that have departed. This is my way of swearing an oath to both of them. That we'll make it through this war no matter what, and that I'll work toward turning Erebonia into a country where the innocent have no need to suffer anymore. If only. Changing an entire country sounds impossible, but you know what, Machias? Part of me feels like we could pull it off. If we can make it through this, there's no limit to what we can do, to what we can change. You really think so? I'm glad you feel the same way as I do. I'm sure your cousin and the market manager are watching over us too. Let's make sure not to disappoint them. I wouldn't dream of it. Watch me, you two. With Class 7 by my side, I'll make sure to fulfill this vow I've given. Reen and Machias stood in respectful silence as they watched the bouquet flow into the distance. Once it was completely out of view, they walked back to Bereahard. Bond with Machias strengthened. You alright, dude? I really want, like, I kind of want to hang out with Instructor Sarah. Toa has a bonding event too. Toa, Sarah, Sarah. I'm gonna probably reload these saves and view some of these bonding events because it's just, unless I play through the game twice, basically, that's how I feel. That's Elliot. Elliot's right there. Toa is over here? On Artisan Street, maybe? Nope. Wrong. This way? Station Street? Yeah, no? Maybe, I don't know. Let me see, who's up here? Oh, yep, Toa. Save here. I want to see all these bonding events. I'm gonna have to watch them later or something. Toa, is something wrong? Oh no, it's nothing. I was just thinking about Berea Hard finally being freed from the Duke's clutches and ended up spaced out. You know how when you finish something, you're really nervous about all the exhaustion, and all the exhaustion washes over you at once? That's what I'm going through. But don't worry about me. I'll be back on the ship by the time everyone else is. The more she tells me not to worry, the more worried I get. I wonder if she needs to talk to someone. Mind if I sit with you for a while? There's a really nice breeze here, so I figured it might be a good spot to relax. Oh, sure, go ahead. I don't want to sound pushy here, but, well, if you have something on your mind, Toa, I'm more than willing to listen. Huh. I realize that I might not be able to offer any real help, but you've done so much for everyone and me personally, both at Thor's and on the Courageous. That's why I want to do whatever I can for you in return. That's really sweet of you, Reen. Thanks. To tell the truth, I'm not really sure if I'm best fit to be the Courageous's captain anymore. Part of me wishes I declined back when Viscount Arcade asked me. Can I ask why? Well, we managed to set Berea Hard free and have Duke Alberea arrested, right? When you think about it, that won't do much to ease the pain for those in Celtic. It won't bring back those that we've lost either. And it's not just that. Think back to when Fiona was taken hostage, or what happened with Angie. In the end, I just stood there uselessly waiting for you guys to solve everything, all while having the Courageous at our disposal too. That's why I can't help but wonder what a more capable captain would have been able to accomplish. Have you been bottling all this stuff up all this time? Sorry for unloading on you. I promised myself I'd become a much stronger person, and yet here I am, fretting over every little thing. I'm really not suited to be your captain at all, am I? No, not the hat! Oh, caught. Phew. Thanks for getting it back for me, but still. Trust me when I say your worries couldn't be further from the truth. I can't think of a single person more suited to be our captain than you. But Reen, in the end, we're still students. We don't have the kind of experience Prince Oliver and Viscount Arcade do. There's no way anyone expects you to be able to do what they can. But despite that, you took it upon yourself to accept such a crucial position in Viscount Arcade's place. You're doing everything you can to fulfill that role, even when you're just a student. Seeing you work like that is what's inspired all of us, you know? We wouldn't be the same team without you. That's not true. Huh? I'm certain that everything we've done so far is bringing us one step closer to taking back our school. Accomplishing that will probably be our biggest challenge yet, though. And that's exactly why we need you. Having you alongside us is the greatest motivation we could ever ask for. Of course, we have no intention of letting this be one-sided. We'll be there for you as much as you are for us. Mean it, Reen. Boy, you're awfully convincing, huh? You're right, we should be using our worries as a means to better ourselves, shouldn't we? I'm such a dummy for forgetting something as simple as that. Hey, we all have our moments. It won't be long now until we can finally take back Thor's. We're gonna go all out and make it a reality, right? Right. Your bond with Toa strengthened. I'm gonna make a save right there. You know what? I don't. Well, I kind of want to see Sarah's let's load and see Sarah's as well real quick. I don't know. Like, I don't know that it really matters to me which one at the end of the day, but you know, figure we may as well. Where's the bar? Maybe she's drinking at this bar. There she goes. Hey there, Reen. Oh, hi there, instructor. Are you feeling a little better now? Feeling just fine, thank you very much. Though I might have overdone it a bit against those guys. Still, at least I was able to see you kids off like a good teacher should. No regrets here. Instructor? Aw, come on, don't give me that look. I might be here resting, but you look like you should get some rest yourself. She's always dodged having to tell us much about her past, but she might actually be making an exception this time. Would you mind if I stayed here and rested a bit with you? I'd even be happy to join you for a drink. Or something. Water, I guess. Really? You're gonna be rolling into bars, chatting up the ladies like a pro soon with the way you're going. Just take a seat there. I'll get you a little something fancier than water on me. Are we turning up with the... Phew, this hard liquor fight's back. Gotta pace myself better. Can't chug them because they're too strong. I'm 3 sheets to the wind before I know it. It's better than nothing, but I'll take a good beer or cider any day. I'm struggling with this cocktail personally. Feels like I'll get drunk from it even though there's no alcohol in it. Well, hey, that's just one of the appeals of drinking. I'll make sure to teach you how to savor it once you're old enough. Same way both my superior and my friend did for me back in the day. That back when you were a part of the Northern Jaegers? Yep. Granted, they both kicked the bucket a long time ago. Oh, sorry. This operation brought back a lot of memories. Some of them bad, but plenty of good ones too. Getting by back then was a real struggle. Felt like no matter what we did, nothing ever got any better. You came from Northumbria, didn't you? Seems like life there was a lot more brutal than I could ever imagined. Would you mind if I asked just when you decided to join the Corps? Didn't tell you exactly when. It felt like as soon as I knew what was going on around me, I had a gun in my hands. Not like there was much else you could do to earn a living around there. They say it was a nice place till the Northumbrian disaster struck around 20 or so years ago. I only go back once every few years now, mainly to pay my respects. I see. It was the kind of place where death would follow you wherever you went, really. And I wasn't any exception to that. I lost many people who were important to me. One day they were there, the next they were gone. It wasn't until around 6 years ago that Beatrix, well, Colonel Beatrix back then, saved me. After that, I cut all my ties and headed down the path to becoming a bracer. You all know the rest after that. I guess we do. I don't even know what to say. I can't imagine leading a life like that. Yes, indeed. You won't find many heroines as tragic as me. But, well, what happened at Aurochs Fort made me realize something. Turns out I hadn't completely cut my ties to that place. Crossing blades with old comrades was more painful than I expected. Maybe it's selfish of me to say, but I wish it weren't. I guess this just shows that I've still got a long way to go as an instructor. There's still so much I want to teach you so you can make it through all this, but I probably wasn't cut out for the job to begin with, you know? I have to respectfully disagree with you there, instructor. We've learned a lot from you, both individually and as a class. Things that you didn't specifically try to teach us either. We learned those simply through observing your actions. Like what? Take what happened at Aurochs Fort. Your actions taught us that fighting for the people and country you love can be painful at times. We saw that in your willingness to cross blades with those you once knew. You showed us what it means to truly be determined. At least, that's what I got out of it. And I'm certain we'll one day have to show that very same determination. Huh. That's why we'd like you to continue teaching us from here on out. In fact, we need you to. I can't see us taking back Thors without your experience and guidance, let alone getting through to Crow. Wow, look at you, Reen. The teacher's become the student. Talk about cliches. I get it though. If you're that insistent, then I'll make sure you all get the best education possible. As your instructor, and as your comrade. Bond with instructor Sarah strengthened. That was a nice scene. I'll make a save there. I don't feel like reloading and well, actually, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference whether I reload or not, but it's just a matter of if I wanted to go with Toa's event or Sarah's. I guess we can keep Sarah's. That was a cool like student teacher like bonding moment there. I kind of like that. I wish I could see all the bonding events, man. I wish you just really had enough bonding points for everybody. It's hard out here. The size of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlet are being held here, I think. Enter the Alberea family mansion. Yeah, damn.
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Rean.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now. I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us, and we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
You have my thanks.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody. At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others. He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Eustace. Will do. Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the Annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
We can ask the map. Haha, Eustace's room. Annex. Is it Scarlet's room? Hell yeah.
Oh.
I knew it would be you. Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing. But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. I'm glad. Well, it sounds like you're doing all right at least. That's good.
My only complaint is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to. But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
I wish I could tell you. You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria, too.
I did, though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe. I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions, to put it mildly. It made me happier than you can imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister. Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church begins and ends with priests and mass. As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end. Just before I went out on my first mission, I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late to do anything.
Lady Scarlet, I think you should get some more rest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there. I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
Hey. Book and a recipe, thank you. Damn it. I left a missable in the mansion. Alrighty. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Wait, did I get the... Oh no, it's not. Ah, there it is. And decoloring. Alright. And on that note, I'm gonna head back over here. On that note, that's gonna wrap up this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, friends.